So, all right. Hello, hello. 1 second. Let me make sure I'm even live. All right. I have video. Anywho, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for all of y'all, all you empaths. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard was so much confusion and hurt. Confusion and hurt. All right, let's pull some cards. How are you guys doing? If you guys can do me a favor and please share this out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. If you're watching me on Facebook, please invite all your folks and share. Okay. So it's a weird feeling energy today. The energy feels like almost like sadness, but not. Almost like a anxiety, a type of tension that it's really hard to describe. It's really, really hard to describe, but it's a weird feeling. It's like almost like a desperation. I don't know how to describe it. We'll just pull cards and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So, one more. Okay, I'm told. Pull each of the bottom cards. I don't know what they are. And then some from the top. All right. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, I'm already starting to sweat. What the heck? I'm already starting to sweat. Okay. Anywho, here goes. Ooh. Again, the ethos is upside down. Conversations are being had about you. Ooh. Oh, shoot. People are talking about you. Okay, it's a sense that there has been some type of like some type of meeting. There's been a very important conversation about you and how to deal with you. Oh my god, I don't like this. Hmm. So there's at least one or two people in this group. I don't know what this group is. I don't know if it's a work thing, but there are at least one or two people in this group that agrees that you are not a bad person. I would assume they're the guys. I would assume they're the guys, okay? There's like one or two guys who think that you are not a bad person, you are not some type of threat, and then there's a whole bunch of clucking ass hens. Hens. These chicken head ass. Okay. Let me stop. There are about a handful of females who don't like you. And they are trying to speak to the guys about like, no. No. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this is even something you wanna be a part of, you know what I'm saying? So, conversations are being had about you, and I think that's the most important thing is that whoever's needing to make a decision is really seriously considering you, okay? Mm, winter. Mhm. This is a very icy environment, right? This is a very, like, cold, very frigid type of environment. Um, I'm almost wondering, like I'm almost wondering if I'm not wondering anything. Passion in reverse. It ties into the winter, that cold environment. I'm wondering if you're the one that's cold, because you're kind of sick of it. You're done, you know? Um, you're done with the back and forth. You're done with I don't know, the sense that I get is just too many people are involved. Too many people are involved, and it's I'm sorry, it's stupid. For me personally, like, I mean, unless I'm dealing with a child and need to deal with their parent, whatever's going on should just be between me and you, right? If there's something that you need to consider involving me, then you need to have a conversation with me, not with everyone except me, right? Like this whole thing of needing to consult multiple people in order to make a decision as a grown person. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And people might say, like, well, what if we need advice? Well, what if you think for yourself? What if that? What if you begin making decisions for yourself, thinking for yourself? That's why the whole ethos thing keeps coming up. This mindset, this logic. Are you a human being? Are you a sovereign? Or are you nothing but a drone, a worker bee, being told by the queen what to do? This is dumb. It is. It is. You know? And if it's you that's being talked about, having meetings about, to discuss your future. Like, baby boo, forget that group. Forget that group. Forget them. Anyone that needs to have a meeting about me is not worthy of me. At least that's how I see it. You know, where if you can't be autonomous, like I just can't. I can't. I can't. Like, I can't. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. I've been forced in situations like that before, where it's like everything you say will be repeated to someone else, and then that someone else is going to need to like interpret everything you say and be the no, I'm good. I'm good. You don't need to be in my life. Just watch my videos. That's the closest you're going to get to my life. Just watch the recordings. You know what I'm saying? Pretend you're talking to me through video. That's fine. Leave it at that. That's the best you're going to get from me. You know what I'm saying? This is a time where you need to begin really thinking about yourself and what you need. What will make you healthy? What is healthy for you? I promise you, it's not people who have to function in groups in order to make a single decision of communication. Like, I can't even take family dynamics like that, you know? Like, I can't even tolerate family dynamics that are that way. You have to make a decision on your own terms, your own terms. What do you really want? Let's look at it after taking like 5 steps back, okay? Let's zoom out and let's kind of see this dynamic. So, for the person who is in this dynamic, you consistently go to specific individuals for specific advice, right? That's what you do because you respect them, you think they're intelligent, yada yada yada, So okay, I get it. I totally get it. Now, are you happy with your life? Have you accomplished the things that you want to accomplish? Are you in a situation that makes you so happy and feel so fulfilled? I mean, you've listened to everything they've said. You've allowed everything they have said to affect every single decision you have made. Are you happy? I mean, based on the title of this video, so much confusion and hurt. I would say these people are guiding you the wrong way. I would say you are listening to the wrong people. People who are very poorly advising you. People who don't understand what you actually need, what you want, what will make you happy. You're listening to the wrong people, baby boo. The wrongest people. Did it ever occur to you that maybe these people like to give you advice because they just like to hear themselves? I mean, you know, I don't like to rewatch my videos, so I don't like to hear myself. I'm totally serious. I don't like to rewatch my videos because I don't like to hear myself. Um, half the time, most of the time, more than half, most of the time, I don't even remember what it was that I said in a video. Okay. Most of the time. Now, I can say most of the people, well, let's put it in a more honest way. Okay. I have never had someone come up to me and tell me, Emmy, the advice you gave me really fucked up my life. That's not to say I'm always right. I'm just giving you what people tell me daily. I have people tell me, Emmy, since I've been watching you, I've been like applying the things that you've been saying, and my life has completely changed for the better. I feel more empowered. I feel more centered. I feel like my life is finally getting back on track. And I'm not even giving advice, I'm just talking out my ass through these videos, right? Lindsay, please ban subconscious healing. Give me 1 second. I want to be able to ban you. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt the reading. I just have to correct rude behavior. One second. Oh, she beat me to it. Oh, Lindsay, she beat me to it. I love it. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. And that's the thing though. That's the thing, going back to what we were talking about. It's never my intention to give people advice. I'm simply here just talking, sharing opinions. That's all it is. These are opinions. I never claim to be right or know everything because I'm not always right and I don't know everything. But I do have opinions. And that's about it. That's about it. You are free to hear what I say and disregard it or apply it in your life. But I tell you, I can't sit here and pretend like all of these people that come to me daily are lying to me. I used to think like, "Oh, you're just lying. You're just trying to make me feel good. Thank you." But now it's like, mm-mm. There's something going on in these videos that are really empowering people, and that's all I could ever ask for. I don't have to understand what I said to empower you. I don't need the credit for you being empowered. All I want and need is to know you are happier, you feel more powerful in your life, that you are progressing through your life's lessons. Are you listening to someone who is continuously keeping you in a cycle of just, you don't know what to do? You need to ask them for more advice, ask them for more. No, you don't even need to ask me for more advice. I hope you come to these videos of mine simply to get confirmation of the messages your soul is already giving you. How many of you experience that? Where you are communicating with your divinity and you come on here and you're like, oh my gosh, I literally was just thinking about this last night. Or, oh my gosh, I was considering this morning. Like I popped in my head. I can't believe you're talking about this. And that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to hit you first. And I'm simply reiterating what your soul is already guiding you to do. I'm not your guru. I am not your teacher. I am not someone who is an oracle for you and will advise you through. No, I'm not any of those things. I am your sister in consciousness. We are equals. And we're just having a conversation. And you are free to do with that information as is most appropriate for you in your life. So, this meeting that's being had, I mean, I want to teach a workshop of how to mind your own fucking business. I should teach a workshop for that. Like, step one, stay in your fucking lane. Quit swerving. Step two, get your fucking toes out of other people's lanes. Stop trying to trip people up. Step four, shut your mouth. You talk too much. I just, it's this thing of like, you need to decide for yourself. You need to think for yourself. But I mean, what if I mess up? According to whom? You're trying to live your life based on a standard that does not apply to you. So, my husband, he is the most amazing man I have ever come across in my entire life. Amazing man. Amazing. Amazing. When I met him, he had no job. He was just hanging out with his friends, and he's older than me. According to society and other people's standards, that girl, why are you gonna give that guy the time of day? He doesn't own his own house. He doesn't own this and own that, and he doesn't take these fancy trips, and he doesn't blah, 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 blah. He doesn't even work. I met him when he was not working. And according to society, well, that's not a real man. That's not a high value man. My ass, he's not a high value man. My ass. Mm-mm. I'm not listening to nobody. Whatever I feel is what I will do. Whatever I feel is what I will do, and you get no say and how my feelings guide me. And I tell you this, we'd been dating for a couple months already, just a few months, and I moved, and it was this thing of, like, he still wasn't working, he wanted to just stay, and, I shared this before, I was like, I'm not gonna tell you to go to that interview, um, but you can't stay here. I'm not gonna be the reason why you miss out on opportunities in life." Excuse me. Mhm. I wasn't gonna tell him what to do, but I wasn't gonna be the reason he missed out on things. And so he went to that interview and he got the job. And it was a damn well-paying job. Very, very well-paying job. He's my Silicon Valley guy. Met him with no job. Society would tell you, as a young woman, you must know your value. You can't have a man that has no job. How about shut the fuck up? How about that? Don't tell me who I can and cannot fall in love with. See, here's the thing. I had a job. I didn't need someone else to pay for my things. I pay for it myself. See, a lot of the people's advice that they give you is based on extremely toxic, archaic mindsets. And when you listen to them and apply this advice in your day to day life, all you do is cement that you will continue the same cycles that your forefathers lived through. Ain't that weird? Do you want to live through that? Were they happy? I mean, unless they were happy, and I look and I remember all of the things that I've listened to clients share about their lives, and I think about relatives, and I think about friends, and I think about all these people that I know. The happiest ones were the ones who didn't listen to anyone. They did what their heart told them to do. They did what their heart told them to do. Do you know how many conversations have been had about me being a failure? And why am I a failure? Because I didn't finish medical school, because I didn't at least become a nurse, because I didn't this, because I didn't that. Would that make me happy? Or would I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on an education for a degree in an industry that I do not want to be a part of? That doesn't take away the fact that I'm still highly medically inclined. That doesn't take that away from me. You know what I'm saying? And here I am, still just a stay-at-home mom, at least in my eyes, because that's what makes me the happiest. But guess what? I'm just a stay-at-home mom, and, I kind of part-time dabble as a CEO and president. But if you catch me on the streets and you ask me, "Hey, woman, what do you do?" I'm a stay-at-home mom because that's where I'm the happiest. That's where I excel. And if you're gonna say that's not true, I mean, you excel at your job. You excel at the work you do, energetic in readings. Yeah, because I have adopted you. In my eyes, you're my child, and I love you, and I want you to succeed, and I want you to feel accomplished, and I want you to be safe. That's why I excel at the work that I do. Because even if it's just for an hour when you're in a session with me, even if it's just for 90 minutes in these videos that I do pretty much every day, I look at you and I hold you as though you are my only child. and I adore you and I want the best for you. No, it's not about you accomplishing things to make me proud. It's about me helping you to understand your existence is my pride. Let these basic ass people have their conversations about you. You continue to be who you are. You continue to show the world why you exist by being who you are, not being some hollow shell of a person just so that you can please miserable people. You know why I don't give people advice? Because I'm not miserable. I'll have conversation with you. I'll share my opinion. They're just my opinions. But I won't give you advice. I found the people who love to give advice tend to be the people who are the most miserable. Show me where I'm lying. Show me what part of what I said is a lie, untrue, twisted, toxic. It's the truth. The people that I personally know that are not miserable with their life, you have to ask them for their opinion and then they will share it. And the people who are miserable, they ain't all up in everybody's business. All up in everybody's business. Like they, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got to stop for a moment and think about who we are listening to. Think about who we are allowing to affect our day to day perception of ourself and our life. Who is this? Who is this to you? And why does their words matter? Cleansing in reverse. This is about people who are, I see like a blower, the stuff that you use for your lawn care, just blowing the leaves everywhere. Yeah. They just spew their toxicity everywhere. Now, I don't know what you want to do with that information, but I kind of get this inkling that if you stand in front of the blower, you're going to get the dirt and the leaves all over your face. You're going to feel very grimy. And that's a choice. You need to make a choice. I'm not necessarily saying you need to cut people off. I'm saying people need to be put in their proper place. I feel like people who are blowers, um, their proper place is behind me while I continue to walk away. I'm just saying. And that's why my life is peaceful. I have a standard of peace at this point that's non-negotiable. I have a standard of peace that is non-negotiable. You don't get to enter into my life and tell me the price of my peace is too high. If you cannot afford to maintain my peace, you must leave my life. The price of my peace is the same price I would pay for yours. You see how that goes? The price of my peace is the same price that I would pay for yours. And unless you are the same caliber of person, integrity that I am, I'm just saying, you're making my scalp itch. It's making my scalp itch. I'm just saying, uh, it's going to be okay. The ears that need to hear this are very intently listening. Ooh, Karen. Karen says, I'm dealing with third part advice in my mate's ear all the time with what I should do. It's totally out of bounds trying to make a boundary there. Mm, yeah. I think a lot of people struggle through that. Is there an opinion that I care to share? Um, I mean, short of throwing bricks, I don't know how to, I don't know. I don't know. And if any of you have any opinions that you care to share that might help to resolve this, please comment it. Let's start supporting each other by sharing our thoughts. I know there are at least a few of you who have lived through this very thing. Even if you weren't able to successfully navigate that, looking back at what you lived through, what would you do to change it? What do you see now with clarity in hindsight, right? What do you see now? And maybe the sharing of our personal experiences will help Karen and any others of us who are actually still in the thick of this. Maybe it will help us to form our own thoughts and our own plan of action. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not about giving advice, it's about sharing your life and what you've learned. So that way, other people can apply to their life what they believe to be appropriate for them. It's a beautiful thing when you can be in an environment that empowers you through the sharing by you simply knowing, you know what, I'm not alone in this. Oh my gosh, this is a very common dynamic, relationship dynamic. And so it's not really because I'm messing up or that, my partner is a bad person or this is just a common dynamic. I need to figure out a way to navigate this so that it doesn't continue to be something that frustrates me. It's a beautiful environment to be in if you can share of yourself and your experiences. And I agree, Karen. I absolutely agree. It's my call, no one else's. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is one of the most powerful truths you could ever accept for yourself. Absolutely. Um, oh, oh, girlfriend colors. Colors. Mm. She says they won't speak directly to me. That's a thing. They speak to him. Quote, talk to her. I'll call you later and see how it went. That's more than interference in my book. That's flat out manipulation. That is flat out manipulation. For me personally, there were things like that occurred earlier in my marriage. And it was this thing of I would begin just responding with, well, who'd you hear that from? Tell them to tell me directly. I know that's not your thoughts, right? And just totally cutting off their ability. It's very much manipulation. I'm very sorry you're going through that. Um, what I've also learned for myself is the longer we allow disruptive behaviors, manipulative behaviors to affect us, the harder it becomes to correct it. The longer it's allowed to continue, the more difficult it will be to halt the behaviors. right? The more difficult. Magic. Colors magica. You are a very magical being. You will find a way to neutralize this. You will. You will find a way to neutralize this because it's in your nature to create alchemical change. Oh, that is a Selena accountant. I'm joking. Oh my God. That is some saltwater taffy right there. Also, she says, charge half of what you are asking for your art. Do you want to have it forever? So, for those of you who are watching, Karen Christian Easter is the artist that I hired to do my oracle deck. She's an extremely talented artist and the most powerful, powerful magical being ever. Karen, do you do commissions for your art? She does mixed media. I've been a huge fan for a very long time. Huge fan. Huge, huge fan. It's been like what? I don't even know. I don't even know. I think we're approaching double-digit years that I've known you. I think so. Yeah. Um, yeah, Colors Magica is someone who has been so profound in the way she views life and the creations that she makes because of her unique view that I mean, it's stuck with me all these years. I have had so many profiles on Facebook, like so many. And every time I start a new profile, she's one of the first ones that I make sure she's added to that profile because the presence of her magic, mm, mm, it's so empowering. It's so empowering. And for someone to encourage you only half, and really the cost of your art is already very discounted for the quality you have. Girl, girl. Mm. So, as y'all probably already realized, I just moved again. And in that box right there is her painting, the painting that she did. I showed you guys before. I don't want to get up and get it out of the box, but it's literally in that box right there. Her art, that's precious to me. I know exactly where it is every time we move. That's not something that just gets tossed in a box. It's art. And let me tell you, I know where that painting is every single time we move. Every single time. Don't ever discount your art, Karen. Don't ever do it. Do not listen to the people who try and convince you that you are less than what you are, that try and create drama in your life. I'm about to throw some magic hands up in there too. No, 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 no. I'd like to, but I won't. Karen, do you have a link for your art where people can view what you already have, whatever you have for sale, and how they can reach you if they want to commission you for a specific piece? She did the Aura deck. That's all of her art. That is all her art. I asked her to tap into my energy. I asked her to give me interpretations of specific words. These were specific words that were on my heart. And what she delivered, oh my God. Oh my God. When we finally stop moving, all of the prints, all of the paintings are going into frames, and it's gonna be an entire wall in my studio. Like, you guys, it is so nuanced with magic and messages that I had to buy a completely new scanner. Like, y'all have no idea how much I spent for this scanner just so I could get as much of the detail as possible. And if you were to look at the Aura Claire deck, my deck is packed away right now. If you were to look at my oracle cards and allow yourself to see all the minute details, you will get messages within messages within messages. And I've always known this about her art, and that's why she's the only person I have ever considered to do this collaboration with. There was no one else that was considered. I have been waiting quite a few years to do the oracle cards, and there was no one else that I was willing to consider to do the artwork for me. Not a single person. It was just a matter of being able to properly compensate her for her talent, her time, her energy, and her intelligence. Just because some people don't understand does not mean you lack anything. Much of my life, people have not understood me. Much of my life, people have not accepted me. Much of my life, I've been too difficult, too intense, and too much, too little, too quiet, too talkative, too something. Much of my life. I mean, even till now, if we're really going to be honest, there are still quite a few people who are too afraid to give me permission to exist. That's okay, baby boo. You can still be scared. It's okay. I'm still going to fucking exist. Mhm. I am. I'm sorry. No, see, you're not creator, right? Right. So you can't tell me how to be, who to be, where to be, and when to be. Ooh. If Karen would like to consider that, we definitely could. We could totally have a silent auction for her artwork. Mhm. If she's willing to do that. I mean, you know, it's all up in the air as to what she wants to decide for all sorts of different things. I completely respect every decision that she will ever make. She is such a magical being. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I remember one time I hope you don't mind me sharing this. I remember one time I was showing her I have birthmarks on my eyes, like on my eyeballs. I have birthmarks on my eyeballs. And she's like, "Oh, you have dragon eyes." And I was like, I'm telling you guys, like she is her intelligence and her knowledge base is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's profound. 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 She introduces me to all sorts of different terms. And the magical thing, the most magical thing about that is the terms that she will introduce to me. It's not like she's trying to lecture to me or teach me things. We're just having conversations and she'll introduce me to these terms, and it just so happens those are the terms that I needed to understand what my soul was trying to teach me to begin with in that moment. Conversation is powerful. Conversation is powerful because it frees the soul to process life in the most sovereign way possible. Simple conversation with a quality person can alter the trajectory of your life. It can alter the trajectory of your life. I don't think I've ever told you this, colors. Um, I remember one of the very, very few conversations we've had. I was in Texas and we were trying to coordinate something. And that was a very difficult period in my life. And you had said something to me. And it's actually a large part, a very, very large part of what landed me here in front of everyone. It wasn't life advice. It was just the sharing of your thoughts. It involves a conversation with the Basque people. It involves a conversation pertaining to dragon eyes and all sorts of different things. And it was this tangible exhale, right? This tangible sense of I finally just got to exhale. I didn't realize I had been holding my breath. And in that exhale that you made me feel comfortable enough to do, um, it's almost like I released my truth. And in that moment, I knew I'm supposed to be visible, not invisible. I'm not supposed to go deep inside myself. In order for people to see me, I have to be visible, not invisible. When you go deep within yourself because you're ashamed of who you are, because you're afraid to make the decisions on your own terms, out of fear of failure, out of fear of, what else? What else are you afraid of? Fear of rejection? I know those were two big things for me, a fear of failure and a fear of rejection. That if people really truly knew and saw me for who I am and what I am, and they saw how different I am, that they would all reject me. Not colors magica. Not colors magica. Mhm. How many of us hide ourselves? How many of us are crippled, handicapped by our fear? How many of us? How many of us fail ourselves day in and day out because we're afraid to offend people who exist to be offended? How many? You're afraid to offend someone who is consistently offended by everything. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. I love that, Carmen. Carmen says, for me, it's a work in progress. Aren't we all? Aren't we all ever evolving pieces of art, being formed and reformed again by the hands of creation itself? Ooh, ooh, ah, Anastasia. She says, I get rejected by others for being me without them even knowing me. See, when people reject you and they don't even know you, who are they really rejecting? What are they rejecting? It's not you. And this is something I had to tell myself over and over. Like, girl, you can't take it personally when people reject you because guess what? You never actually allowed them to see you, to know you, to experience you, right? So then I look back at my life and really it's just within the past maybe 2 years, 3 years that I've really allowed myself to be myself. So anything beyond that point, any rejections, um, you weren't even rejecting me because I wasn't even letting you see me. So does that even count as rejection? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And now that I've allowed myself to be actually witness, I mean, oh my gosh, the amount of love that you guys give me, I just I don't wanna cry. I don't wanna cry. I don't wanna cry. And it's not because I'm ashamed of crying, you guys have seen me cry enough. It's just it exhausts me. I don't wanna be exhausted today, I don't wanna be emotionally drained. Just know the trajectory of my life has been changed because of your love for me. It just has. It just has. There's nothing I can do or say to explain. I'm gonna be sleeping all day if I cry. So I don't wanna cry. Um, Even saying thank you is not enough. Saying thank you isn't enough. So I have to show you. I have to show you so you can feel it. And if you ever wonder why I'm live streaming every day, 7 days a week, it's because you deserve to see 7 days a week how cherished you are by me in my heart. It's an everyday thing. And what you guys are helping me to learn is that if I have the stamina to do this every day, to show you every day, to love you every day, I have that for me as well. And you guys are so helping me to learn this. Yes. We are the ones who fill the cup for one another. You guys are so amazing. Oh my gosh. Carmen says you helped me move past the crippling fear I used to live in. Alexandra says you've empowered me so much. I feel understood and safe. Mm, mm. It's this thing of seeing you for what you are, a reflection of an aspect of me that still needs a little bit more tenderness and a little bit more love, and sometimes needs to be spoken to in a stern or even harsh manner. We're all really nothing but reflections of each other, are we not? Lisa. Lisa says, yes, Emmy always says I'm not a teacher or guru, but yet unknowingly teaches us it's okay to feel and know and go deeper. Am I teaching you or am I reminding you? Am I reminding you that it's okay to make decisions for yourself? That even though your decisions make you feel alone because you're going that much deeper within your own waters, that you have no fear of drowning. There is no need to fear drowning in your own truth, and that you can breathe easy, not because I told you, but because you see me doing it. There's no fear and there's no harm. So am I teaching you or am I reminding you? Because really, what's the difference between you and I? Nothing. Nothing at all. The more you release your fear of being who you are, the more we become the same person. Our only differences are the fears and how that fear causes us to avoid or become combative with our own life and our own process. If you are fighting yourself, you are fighting yourself. And when you continuously go to other people so that they can tell you how to live and who to be and what decisions to make, that's you fighting yourself, ignoring the messages from your own heart. Your heart is telling you exactly who to have around you, exactly how to feel, exactly who to love, exactly how deeply to love. Well, let's break it on down right now. If you keep coming here, getting messages for a specific person, you are in love with that person. That is someone who has touched a part of you that no one else has ever touched. That's why you can't let it go. Maybe you're not meant to. Maybe this whole process is nothing more than teaching you how to hold the things you love as gently as possible with no attempt to control, no attempt to grab on and own, simply an attempt to hold in such a beautifully gentle way that nothing could ever harm it, nothing could ever hurt it. Things are going to calm down. Intensification in reverse. Rebirth. Birth is painful. It's a painful process and it's a messy one. It's one that involves blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Birth is painful. It's not evil, though. We need to exit out of the mindset that we've been conditioned to believe and exist in. This mindset of pain is bad. No, pain is the greatest teacher you will ever have. The more painful the experience, the more profound your learning. Well, Emmy, couldn't we learn things in a gentle way? Yes, you could, but how long will you remember that? I remember every painful event of my life. So it just happened. I will never forget that. I will never forget the ways in which I co created that. I will never forget the ways in which I failed myself to appease someone who never cared. Pain is my friend. It's one of my oldest friends. It knows me the best and it guides me the most efficiently. Do I seek pain? No. Pain is the kind of friend that comes when it's important, not the kind you talk to every day about nonsensical things, about things that are irrelevant to your growth, not the kind of friend that just keeps you company because, we're bored. Pain is a friend you don't talk to every day, but when you need it the most, it's right there. When you need help learning life, there it is. It's right there. It's right there. Won't leave your side until you're done learning. And I've learned whenever I feel that pain, my life's about to change. And it's going to be a powerful change. I might be confused now. I might hurt a lot right now. I might not understand. I might not want to agree or comply. But at the end of all of this, before my friend Pain leaves my side, I will have learned something profound about myself and my life. And in that learning, the pathway my power uses to come home to me will become further dilated. And more of my truth, more of my power, more of my tenacity will return back. And as I've gone through these cycles and I've learned and increased my efficiency with learning about myself and my life, and have reduced my resistance to my own process, Pain visits me less and less. And her stay in my heart becomes shorter and shorter. And it's okay. She still comes when I need her. She's still right there when I'm struggling to learn. And she gives me the freedom when I don't need her around. I'm not afraid of pain. I'm not afraid of hurting. I'm not afraid of giving birth to myself over and over. I'm not sure what I was watching. It was this conversation, I don't remember where it was from, where it's like you're dragging around this bag of bones, right? And that you could set the bag down. You don't have to carry that around with you. I don't know if it was from a live stream or if it was from an exclusive chat in the Soul Sanctuary or what, but it was this thing of you don't need to carry around this bag of bones with you, right? That you could set that bag down and, oh, it was from class. Ocean Lover, it was your message from class. It was a message from soul that you shared with everyone. You were like, I don't know who needs to hear this. And it was like, all of us, all of us needs to hear this. Where you're dragging around this heavy bag of bones. And I didn't share it with the class because I was so deep in my introspection, like, oh, damn. Because it was at that point, I was listening to you so intently. And it was at that point that Michael said, those are the bones of all the lives you've lived. And you carry them around with you. And you've developed the strength and the endurance from carrying all of that with you. And now you no longer need the physical bag of bones of all the lives you used to live. You have the weightless memory of it all. And I was just like, oh, hold on, guys. Hey, I'm live. What's up? Why? Okay, do you want me to send you a picture of my card? Okay, well, tell them they can suck a hairy donkey ball. I love you. To where? It's not going to clear right away. It's up to you, whatever you need to do. Yeah, whatever you need to do. Okay, bye. Anywho, is that super deep? Wasn't that like, mm, mm. It makes my scalp itch. It makes my scalp itch. It's like, oh gosh. And I don't think I shared it with a class because I was too busy. Um, just like having this conversation with Michaela. He's like, you know, you don't have to carry the physical weight anymore. You have the weightless memories that stay with you. My hair is doing a curly thing. Yeah, it's I was just like, mm, mm. I bamboozled myself into this belief that I had to carry this weight, or that I would somehow forget, that I would forget about all these things that I've lived through. How could I ever forget that? I bear the scar of every metaphoric death that I've experienced in this life. The scar lives with me forever. It does. It gets carried through even beyond this life. It lives with me forever. It lives inside me forever. All the ways in which I've allowed myself to perish, only to be reborn into something even greater. Ooh. Mm. Anastasia says, I have had a lifetime of lessons. I'm so weary, but I keep on moving forward. Stop moving for a while. Sit still and allow yourself to view the movie that is your life. Allow yourself to become intimately acquainted with your history as a human being. Sometimes when we live a lot of life lessons and we are exhausted, yet we keep pushing forward, that's a form of avoidance. I reached this place of personal power for myself in my life when I slowed down. I had to slow down. I can be busy in my day to day life. I can be busy in work. I can be busy with my family. But when you find yourself busy with your own thoughts, you are too busy to think about what you are living through, what you have lived through, processing the information that you have acquired through your life experiences. You are avoiding your own life. I'm always lost in my thoughts. I'm always lost in my thoughts and surrounded by my own experiences. How can I avoid my life even if I'm physically busy, professionally busy, parentally busy? Uh, and all I do is consider what I've lived through. And when it's not balanced, it becomes this thing of overthinking. It becomes this thing of cyclical thoughts, racing thoughts, and those are pathology. But when you are sitting there having a conversation with yourself, like, oh, yeah, I know last week I was so frustrated, wasn't I? That was so silly. I got everything done. I know. But I think last week was just a lesson of like understanding your limits, and understanding that sometimes it's okay for you to pause to breathe. I was literally having this conversation with myself. Our moving has needed to be in several trips simply because the 53-foot containers within us that I was trying to book, they were not willing to travel as far as we were needing to travel. And the place that was willing to travel as far, I'm sorry, I'm not paying you $12,000. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, we're not paying you $12,000. You're fucking tripping. Boo. I'm not paying you $12,000. Anywho, and so we've been moving our things in batches, and I got so frustrated. I got pissed off with myself. I packed all the crystals. I packed paintings. I packed my cards. I didn't pack any of the furniture for my office. Yeah. I didn't pack any of the furniture for my office. No table, no seat, no nothing. And I was like, "How the hell am I gonna work?" On a box, baby boo, on a box. Get a moving box, put your laptop on the box, on a box. And it's this thing of I felt like I was being so inefficient. I was being so inefficient, and I just totally screwed myself, and I was just pissed off at me. And then it was this thing of like, no, I needed to rest. I was pushing too hard. And it was this thing of like, okay, well, all of the things that I needed to do, now I can't do. Now everything needs to get pushed back. Like, what the F? My next cycle of certification, there was only like a 1 week window between the two. And now that has to be pushed back and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to disappoint people, and people have been waiting. And, I totally get hacking myself. And I was like, listen. Even if people are disappointed, don't you think they would rather appreciate you being at your best, showing up completely and whole when you go to teach them this profound information? Or do you think they would rather stay on schedule and you give them a half-ass learning experience? And then it was clear. Oh, okay. Oh, you got to reschedule. I got to push it back just a little bit. There's a little bit more content I want to add. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Everything is happening as it should. Everything is happening as it should. And in the middle of this move, I'm still doing all of the things that I need to do, all of my sessions, still live streaming, still everything. Right? And I'm still doing my certification program. And it's this thing of, do I want to gyp them of the full experience because I have to stay on schedule? Or do I want to make sure, yes, we have to continue a couple weeks more, but this gives me the opportunity to ensure my students are more than well prepared to be set loose onto this earth and be little badasses. My students are badass. I say it. They're badass. So then comes this realization. Do I need to be angry with myself for not having the appropriate human expectations? Or can I simply honor the fact that, as I've said before, I am a quantum anomaly in a linear world? You can never know what to expect from me. And as long as I'm putting my all into it, as long as I am devoting my all into every project that I do, it's going to be okay. It's going to absolutely be okay. We are going to be perfectly fine. Everything will excel. Everything will just blossom in ways that we don't realize. It's okay. For many of us, we get caught up in this thing of like, well, I have to know my purpose. Honey, I don't know my purpose. I live it. Understand the gravity of what I just said. I do not know my purpose. I live it. A purpose is not to be known. It is to be lived. And I've said this years ago. At some point, years from now, when I am far too old and I can no longer continue this life, before I take my last breath, I will look back over the course of my entire lifetime, however many years that is, and I will be able to see this whole time I've been living my purpose without even knowing. This whole time, without knowing, without trying, without having any direction, I have been living my purpose with every breath that I've taken, every word that I've said, every action, every lack thereof, every moment of silence has served my purpose, a purpose that I did not know I was serving even as I was serving it. Life, creation, and divinity is beautiful in that way. It is beautiful in that way. To allow yourself the freedom to traverse the landscape of your mind without the interference of people who really don't know any better. When you go to have conversations with other people about the decisions that you're supposed to make, the right choice, and there is no right choice, just as there's no wrong choice. There are just choices and options and a life left to live. Make a decision. Decide for yourself. Stop consulting people who were never even consulted before you were born. You think their souls were consulted before you were born? No, they weren't. And these are the people you are going to. That makes no sense. Sometimes I'll consult with Michael. Why? That mofo was present when I was being created. He was present. Yes. He was the one protecting me as I was in utero. I have memories. So, yeah, sometimes I'll consult with him. Most times I'll disregard everything he says. Why? Sovereignty. I will live my purpose no matter what I decide or do. I have no choice in that matter. The only choices that I have are which options I will choose to experience as I live my purpose. You don't have free will in the way that humans think of free will, the way humans have defined free will. You have the free will to choose the options of how you will experience the nuances and the lessons. You have no choice but to learn. Yeah. Why do you think I'm so salty? I know at some point I'm gonna have communication with people that I probably need to stop being so rotten about. That's okay. It's okay. I've processed enough of my sodium. I can have conversations that need to be had, if and when they need to be had. I don't know when that is, and I don't wanna know in advance. If it's gonna happen, then let it happen. Let it happen. I won't fight it, I won't stop it, I'll be fully present. I can't say that I'll speak nicely, but I can't say that I won't either. All I can say is I'll be present, and I'll experience that moment in whatever way I'm designed to experience it, so that I can further my learning and further my purpose. And however that plays out is the way it will play out. It's the way it will play out, and I'm okay with it, because no longer will I consult people who have no business being consulted. And life will play out the way life is meant to play out, and that's just that. Clearance in reverse. This is not something you're gonna clear away from yourself, this is something you will experience. It's up to you how you will experience it, but you will experience it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Michael says he enjoys my compliance level today. Thank you, baby boo. Yeah. Yeah, because most days I'm like, show me a date so that I can avoid it. Not today. I might go back to that behavior tomorrow, but right now in this moment, it's this thought of don't show me in advance so I can't mess it up. Let it happen in whatever way it's meant to. I won't interfere with my own process, at least not today. There's a shift in pressure. There's a shift in frequency. Do you feel that? Your inner ears. There's a shift. Excuse me. Do you guys hear that? I hear something. Is it registering on the mic? Hmm. I don't know what that is. Incubation. So I think this is a period where someone, probably the person that all these readings are about, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Probably the person all these readings are about for you. They're in a state of incubation right now. They're marinating. Okay, let them marinate. Scrying mirror shadow. You guys are reflections of each other. This soul-based thing. You guys are reflections of each other. Feminine in reverse and spring. You're their sunflower. Even when you're upside down, you're their sunflower. And here's the thing, are you upside down, or is it just a perception of upside down because your world is about to be corrected? Is your world about to be corrected? Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the three wise men and the fuel in the lantern. Don't forget the freaking animals in the pasture and the little drummer boy. Okay, let me stop. Anywho, oh my God. Why are all these cards pregnant? For days now. Pregnant ass cards. What the hell? Which one of you are pregnant? It ain't me. Okay. Anyways, let me just put my mic like this. Okay. All right. Whew. Is the screen changing? I'm sorry. I'm trying to control my emotions. Hmm. All right. Here goes. Time out. Awareness, contemplation, solitude, time alone. So someone is taking a time out. This is probably the person that keeps consulting the peasants. I know. I forgot who it was. Someone got offended. It's like, I'm not a peasant. Bitch, was I talking to you? I don't remember who it was. Someone's like, I'm not a peasant. You make my flank itch. Okay, let me just keep going. Lemuria returns, earthly spirituality, community, ocean conservation. Mhm. None of y'all better say this looks like me. I swear to God, none of you better say this looks like me, okay? Lemuria returns. Lemuria returns. I'm gonna throw this card away. Um, okay. Let me card number 29. Do you know of this place? A place where the mother of all was loved and reversed, where you were at one with the land, sea, and the sky. This place was and is Lemuria, and you are connecting with her energy now. Lemuria was and is a tropical paradise that was home to millions of beings who grew and developed out of this planet's earths and oceans, evolving from sea beings into beings of land, sea, and sky. Many of them today still able to genetically tap into these ancient memories. Places where Lemurian remnants exist today are many. They are particularly dotted throughout the vast ocean known as the Pacific. Maharlika. I'm just saying. Maharlika. Okay. So, you guys, I don't know. I think my great grandmother was possibly a Lemurian descendant. My great grandmother had purple eyes. Like her eyes were violet. They were violet, and she was teeny tiny, tiny, tiny. Hmm. They say that there's this tribe, this Filipino tribe that lives up in the mountains. They look aboriginal. They don't look like the typical modern Filipino type features. They look more of aboriginal. You know, they're an indigenous peoples, and they look aboriginal, kind of like the Aborigines in Australia, but not quite. And their hair is blonde AF. I just say, yeah. Yeah. So I wonder, maybe she is, maybe she wasn't. All I remember is that she liked to put Vicks in my eyes. Crazy ass lady. She thought it was hilarious. She thought it was hilarious. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, places where Lemurian remnants exist today are many. They are particularly dotted throughout the vast ocean known as the Pacific, which translates to peaceful. Throughout much of Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia, we can find these energies in pockets that are so strong they are almost like stepping into another world. The energy varies from island to island, from the bare masculine energy of New Zealand to the feminine, lush energy of Fifi in Thailand. Lemurians were and still are peaceful tribal people who are advocates of mutual responsibility and caring. Their nature was and is social, not in the sense of wanting to be around people all the time, but in terms of community. Lemurian communities were organically developed so that each person had others they could rely on and be helped by. So, you guys, I referred to the sanctuary as an eco village. I have a lot of memories about certain things. I have lived in Lemuria. Um, and I don't know. I feel super silly saying it. That's why I haven't said it. But the type of community that I'm trying to create with in that sanctuary, the soul sanctuary, it's a Lemurian village. The Lemurians were known for peace because they were capable of war. They were capable. And that's how they maintained their peace. The soul sanctuary is going to be loosely structured after Lemurian communities. I don't know if that just sounds crazy or what, but I figure this is a good time for that level of transparency, right? As everything was exchanged by barter and as each person had something to offer, Lemurians thrived and lived on Earth that was peaceful and bountiful. Vegetables and fish were the predominant diets, and many Lemurians were purely vegetarian. Their DNA strands were fully activated. They could shapeshift and see far into time. So that's super de duper interesting. All right. So the meaning of this card, a refusal to explore the varying energies of world, feeling as though the world we are presented with in the media or in our immediate environment or the world of the city are the most desirable worlds. Too much time in urban environments, insufficient connection with animals, countryside, your own wild nature. All over the planets are people and creatures who still live very much in the old ways. You are being urged to connect with them at this time. It's time for you to consider that there may be ways of living, working, and connecting with people that are authentic and genuine and caring. A place where people are not afflicted by road rage. Oh my God, I cannot take road rage. Stress, numbness, and loneliness. It's time to go camping or to scale a mountain or to swim deep. Your soul is calling out for the deep forest experience of Lemuria. Please do not deny your soul's deepest calling. Mm. So, there are fragments of Lemuria in the Rockies. There are fragments of Lemuria in the Tetons. A vent hole to a fragment of Lemuria exists in Yellowstone. Yeah. These are some very sacred places. Fragments of it were also buried under the Four Corners area. Yep. A large fragment of it can be felt in Chaco Canyon. That is a distorted fragment, though. It's, oh my God! Are you? Me too. Me too. Oh my God. Call me. No, I'm sorry. I'm not social. I don't want to mess with you like that. Like I totally would be like, hi, no, I can't come out. um yeah, let me just keep going. Visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out of body travel. Ooh, someone's trying to connect with you, baby boo. I see that. I see that. Oh shit. Okay. Someone is trying to connect with you. See that? Y'all are orbiting each other. Just because you got your backs to each other does not mean you don't know each other is around. You're just swirling and swirling and swirling all around each other. Y'all need to quit playing games with each other, is what it is. Mm-hmm. You got to quit playing games with each other. This whole like swirling and swirling. Did I do something to the screen again? What did I do? Let me control my emotions. Okay. Oh, shoot, girl. Girl. Oh, okay. Card number 13. The return of Aphrodite. Temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. Uh-huh. That love juju's coming back. I'm just saying. Oh, and I opened it to the page. I love that. Oh, she has come back to us, piercing us all with her sweetness and beauty. Oh my God. I know what you did, Marlene. I know what you did. You freaking bamboozled me. You bamboozled me. Don't chime in. So goes the Homeric hymn to Aphrodite, an ancient rhapsody recording encounters with this seaborn goddess who is friend to merfolk everywhere, and to you if you so wish it. Aphrodite's story is fascinating. And when you receive this card, you're part of an enchanting tale that's being told in your life. You may have always doubted your ability to attract, yet when this card comes to you, it's as if the graces, Aphrodite's handmaidens, are coming to greet you as you are rebirthed from the womb of the sea, and they adorn you with jewels and kisses, lavish you with pampering, and you will at last begin to believe in the power of your own gracefulness, your own sacred powers, your own allure and magnetic appeal. I know, don't get addicted. I'm joking. Oh my gosh, Aphrodite is seaborn as you were, of the womb of your mother. And when she comes to you, you're being reminded that it's possible to be sexual without being in partnership or formal marriage. What? Okay, she is returning to you to remind you of the beauty and grace of laughter, of delight, of seeing all that is before you as a wondrous and perfect in its own right, delighting as she did in the variety of beings on the planet, encouraging all to procreate, make love, sing, and revel in life. She is a sign of a return to sexual health, to healthy, glorious self love and self esteem, of a wish to be free for a time from marriage or conventional relationships, a time to explore, to delight, to be sensual, and to be free with no fear of retribution. What in tarnation? What in Sam Hell Gosh Tootin' Tarnation is going on here? Well, y'all, this can be your card. Okay. I'm just saying. You're being reminded of your deep, delicious nature. Yeah, I was supposed to have a sacred sex combo part two, like the green light of it all. You know what I mean? Like the green flags. We were talking about all the red flags. I was going to talk about the green flags tomorrow. I don't know. When Aphrodite comes to you from the sea, you're being reminded of your deep, delicious nature, the power of sensual desire, and the holiness of laughter and delight. There will be female friends who encourage you to remain free and to find out for yourself what it is you want, and who will praise you and assist you. It's a time of being reborn into your sensual self and all that you are as a woman. Your yoni, your body, your breasts, and hips are all now greeted and claimed, reclaimed with love. You see that you do walk in beauty and that many have seen you coming from afar and have desired you. There is no sin in this. Aphrodite loved beauty too and knew how to share with other women, gifting her magic belt to Hera for a time to help her with faithless husband Zeus, or sharing Adonis for half the year with a youthful, irresistible Persephone. She is not the same as others. She does not wish to have and to hold. She wishes to experience, to love, to be filled again and again. It's hoe season, yo. It's hoe season. Hoe season is upon us. Get out your razors and shave. I'm just saying. I like it. Go ahead. Do what you do. Do what you do, what you do. Do what you do, what you do. I'm just saying, you know? And what pantyless? Wait, what? It's I guess it's pantyless Monday. Okay, Miss H. That's every day. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Who the hell decided you needed to wear panties? What is that even? Other than another thing to wash. What is that even? Do you not shower every day? Do you not rinse off? What do you need a panty for? I'm just saying. I'm asking. I need to tone myself down. I'm asking. What is the purpose of a panty? Do tell. Do tell. What is the purpose of a panty? Huh? I would like to know. I would like to know because unless I wear my husband's boxers and hike them all the way up to the bottom of my breastbone, panties will pinch my nerve. It damages my nerve, and I cannot walk. I don't know. I don't know. I've always wondered this, like, who decided this? Who and who decided I needed to be ashamed for my medical issue? Okay? And I asked my husband this. I asked my husband this. You know what he said to me? He said the panties are the gift wrapping on the present. I'm just like, really? The gift wrapping. Protection from materials that might irritate us. That's why I wear nothing that irritates me. I don't wear things that irritate me. If it irritates my skin, I don't put it on my skin. If it is too tight, I'm no longer a hoochie mama, and so I don't wear it if it's too tight. In case you leak. Ooh, shit! Feminine cup? Anybody? Do those leak? I'm just asking. I don't know. Should I stop? I should stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. We went off on a tangent. You know, I have squirrel brain. Okay. Don't judge or judge. But if you judge, you're being a dick. That's my problem. I have squirrel brain. Just stop. I'm just saying. Anywho. Okay, soul cage. This soul cage keeps coming up. Like, I swear to God. Someone's imprisoned in their own life. I'm just saying. What would I give to live where you are? What would I pay to stay here beside you? What would I do to see you smiling at me? Where would we walk? Where would we run? If we could stay all day in the sun, wandering free, wish I could be part of your world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? Okay, knock it off, girl. Soul cage. What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? I'm just saying. Bet you on land they understand. Bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. I'd ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? When I love to explore that shore above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of your world. I'm just saying. Ariel, girl, he don't love you. Girl, he don't love you. He just like the aesthetics of you. Okay, let me stop. If this card is reversed, the message can be quite subtle. It does not necessarily mean that you're free from the soul cage, but that perhaps you deny that there are any cages at all around or about you. This is someone who's in denial of the situation they're in. And if you're in denial, I'm just saying. That's all we need to say. Card number 11. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy. That's dramatic as fuck. I swear to God. Look at that. She's dramatic. I like it. I like the drama. Not really, but I mean, I don't want you to feel bad for your drama. I'm just saying. We know that in the world of the air, there is often a need to choose between what is wanted now and what is best to wait for. And in your language, this sometimes means sacrifice. We have heard of the stories you have told each other, and the deities of the land and the sky have done this. In the ocean, there have been great sacrifices too. The whales sometimes have beached themselves to feed their communities of people, your ancestors. They are more evolved and they know that at times the individual lifetime is not as sacred as the soul's evolution. In your world, there is the tale of the great deity of masculine power, Odin. I like Odin. I like Odin, the father of your Nordic peoples, and how he drank from a pool of wisdom. Water, the wisdom bringer. Did you know there was a pool of water underneath the Sphinx? And that water was the storage place. It's hydroplasma. It's not actually water, it's hydroplasmic frequency. And that stored the memories of the solar system. Yes. Yes. Hydroplasma. So when they say you drink from a pool of wisdom, you are taking in that liquid knowing. Okay. So you may be contemplating doing something that is a hardship or giving up something that is precious to you in order to demonstrate how important a third option is to you. Say, I got a problem right there. Let me read this for real. You may be contemplating doing something that is a hardship or giving up something that is precious to you in order to demonstrate how important a third option is for you. Oh, you think you got options like that? You silly fucking human. I'm sorry. The salt came up. The salt came up. Oh, okay. So you're a third option? They cherish something and are willing to risk the destruction of that in order to show you that you're an important third option. I don't give a shit about that card. Fuck your sacrifice. Fuck you. I'm just saying. Y'all are not a third option. You are not a third option. I will never be okay with promoting this whole third option thing. I think the cards need a motherfucking exorcism. First, it promotes host season, and then it tells you that you are blessed to be a third option. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't think so. I don't think so. I need to have a drink. That's just bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay? No. These cards might be possessed too. We're putting them back in. I'm not reading any more of that. Okay. We'll pull 3 of these and then we'll call it a day because now I'm just no. Y'all are not options. I don't even know why I'm mad. I don't even know what I'm mad for. I'm just saying. Mhm. Ooh. What is cherry coconut water? Is that a song? I'm gonna go hang out with my animals because this is just like, no. I need Joy in my life right now. I am no option to her. I'm her everything. Miss Joy, I am her everything. Hmm. Like, I can't even be a second option when it comes to my pet. Third option. The fuck's wrong with y'all? Not you guys. Y'all, these fucking mermaids. Okay, let me just. Whew. Okay, what I want to know is this. Whew. I just catch my breath. Hold on. Bish, wake up. Wake up, Bish. Is this a message of parasitic interference? Yes. Are there really other options? No. Mhm. Are you the only one that is loved by this person? Yes. Are they so in love with you they're obsessed? Yes. Bish, are there other options? No. See what I'm saying? Hold on. Are these mermaids silly hoes? Yes. Are they silly demon whores? Yes. Do these mermaids need an exorcism? Yes. Just you wait, mermaids. When I'm done with this live stream, you're going to be receiving a complimentary exorcism. I'm just saying. Bitches thought they knew. They played with the wrong one. I'm just saying. Eight of Swords. We about it. I don't know what the cards mean. I don't know. That feels like let's fight. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be about it. Don't listen to me. I'm a little aggressive today. I wasn't until this mermaid shit popped up. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. I was good and docile until the mermaid shit happened. Okay, so crisis, calamity, domination, imprisonment, turmoil, bad news, not circumcision. I'm sorry. I was watching reels or something like that, or the short story thingy on on YouTube as I was like moisturizing my face this morning after I showered. And it was Jean-Luc Picard. Captain Picard. He was on a show, and the actor who plays Captain Picard, I don't remember his name in real life, but he was on some show and he was talking about circumcision. So that's not actually the word that's written here. It says crisis, calamity, domination, imprisonment, turmoil, bad news, criticism, sickness. Okay? It's not circumcision. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. My mind went somewhere else. He did not know that he's not circumcised. Because his wife, he was saying this. He said that his wife was saying that he's not circumcised, and he's like, yes, I am. And she's like, no, you're not. And he's like, I would know. I would know if I am or am not circumcised. And so when he went to his next physical, his doctor, I guess, was checking the prostate, and then he asked his doctor if he was circumcised. I guess this whole time he thought he was circumcised, and he's not. I was just like, "Oh my god. You've lived your whole life thinking this about yourself, and you didn't know, and you just literally found out?" Alright. Sorry, guys. Uh, for some reason, the song "There's Some Hoes in This House." There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Yeah, sometimes I sing that song. I don't know why. I I literally don't know why. Okay, let me get these hoe ass mermaids away from my side. All I know, they're trying to get at me. All right, the star. Which just killed my mood. I gotta take a nap after this. The star. Hope, faith, inspiration, bright prospects, mixing of the past and the present, optimism, insight, good omens, spiritual love, astrological influence, and pleasure. Someone's being influenced by Mercury. They're going to be coming back messaging you. I know what the influence is. Psychic as fuck. I'm psychic as fuck, boy. Is Mercury. Mercury is in retrograde and it is doing its damnedest. It's damnedest to bring back the exes, all of that stuff. This is the astrological season where I uninstall all messengers. There you go. So this is a spiritual love. It has an astrological influence to it. Mixing of the past and the present. That's messy. Let's see. Knight of Swords in reverse, incapacity and prudence. Dispute or ruin over a woman. They can fight with you. Yeah. For anyone who's cross watching, these people who you're going to for advice, they're going to fight with you and give you a hard time for choosing to pursue whoever this woman is, this woman of your dreams. This woman of your dreams. Okay. How about you just take some melatonin and keep dreaming? Shit. Savage. Okay. I'm serious. Take some melatonin and keep dreaming. What the fuck? Anywho. I need me my Rowdy Russian. I gotta go find him in one of the boxes. Rowdy Russian needs to kick some card ass because these cards are giving just questionable messages. Questionable. Okay. Heavenly Father, ritualism, mercy, forgiveness, inspiration, compassion, inactivity. Okay, so they're going through their ritual. This is something that they always do. Inactivity, reserve, tendency to cling to ideas and principles even after they are outdated, conformity. And that is the issue here. They keep continuing to choose to conform to the environment that's kept them imprisoned in their own life. Sounds like a them problem at this point. Knight of Coins. A mature and responsible person, reliable, methodical, patient, persistent, ability to conclude a task, laborious and organized. So they're also that. They're patient. It's like they're hunting you. I'm just saying. They're hunting you. They're waiting for a time where they can pounce on you. They're waiting for a time to pounce on you. I'm just saying. I saw a meme that said, "What she got that I don't have." His response, She a Pisces. Oh, he liked to cry, don't he? Mhm. Excuse me. No one can outcry a Pisces, I'm just saying. You just gotta find one that likes the cray. Um, yeah, like I've shared this before a few years ago. So my husband and I have been together for 20 something years, right? And a few years back, um, when I was pregnant, I think with our youngest, I was kind of a little bit extra, kind of, little bit, little bit. And I was crying because hormones made me cry. And I had asked him, in all seriousness, I asked him, have I lost my marbles? To which point he immediately replied, you didn't have marbles when I met you. He said that he didn't have marbles when he first met me. I didn't have any already. So there were no marbles to lose. At which point I said, well, joke's on you. You married me anyways. Ha. So, that's yes, it's fun. Being with a Pisces is fun because you really don't know what you're going to get. Day to day, you don't know which part of us is going to come out. Because sometimes I'm loving, other times don't even sleep. Because you just never fucking know. I'm joking. I don't do that to my husband. I don't do that to him. My husband is a guy who, he's like, you know how couples, they'd be fighting, so the guy's supposed to go sleep on the couch, right? The wife is mad, so the husband has to go sleep on the couch. I tried that one time. He's like, I don't give a shit. You can be mad. I paid for half the bed. I'm sleeping on the bed. At which point I got really mad and I was like, fine. I'm gonna go sleep on the couch then. I don't want to sleep beside you. At which point he took all his shit. And he went over to the couch. He's like, he's gonna sleep on the couch too. There's not any space. Well, then he'll sleep on the floor beside the couch. I didn't just like. So if I get upset, I just have to be upset. There's no, he's not gonna be sleeping on the couch. Because he will co-sign everything except that. He'd be like, I don't give a shit. You can be mad. Oh, shit. You can be mad. Half the bed is mine. I was like, oh, damn it. Yeah, no. He wouldn't. He wouldn't go sleep on the couch. Yeah, I can laugh about it now, but back then I was really mad. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, can't you just be a dignified? I go sleep on the couch because half the bed is mine. Oh, shit. Yeah, it was hilarious. Anywho, 6 of staves. Conquest, triumph, good news, advancement, expectation, desires realized as a result of efforts. So whoever this is, they're not going to stop until they got you. They're not going to stop. They're not going to give up. They're persistent mofo. They're like a hemorrhoid. They are your hemorrhoid. They're not going away. They're not going to suddenly shrink and go away. No. They're going to keep at it. They're going to keep trying to figure out a way to subdue your defenses. Girl, he wouldn't use a pull-out couch. He's going to be like, no, that's going to hurt my back. I so freaking love him. I swear to God. Yeah, no, he's not. Well, so, years later, and this is our favorite couch. We went to a furniture store. We were looking for couches, and it just so happened that there was this huge couch at the furniture store. And it's a custom built couch. and it could sit something like, I don't know, 15 people. It's fucking huge. It's a huge couch. And it's extra deep, meaning like when I sit all the way back, um, the couch goes to my calves. So my legs just stick straight out. Okay. It's big enough that we can literally sleep there together. It's like a twin size bed. The I'm just saying, or maybe like a full. It's a big ass couch. And it just so happened that the person who commissioned it to be built, because again, it's a custom built couch, um, they changed their mind. And so the owner of the furniture store was like, "We just want to get rid of it." And they gave it to us for, I don't know, like 50 or 60% off. I'm just saying. Yeah. So that's our couch. Like literally is huge. So now it doesn't matter. If I sleep on the couch, he can still sleep beside me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah. I mean, we have like slumber parties with the kids and we all just like we'll all fit on the couch. Mhm. Yep. We all fit. It's that huge. So we can't just move anywhere. We have to move to a place where it will fit the couch. Because it's not just one couch, it's actually a sectional. So it's 2. So we have like 2 big ass beds for couches. Yeah, as I was like, yes. Well, no, with the contract that they said, he was telling us about it, they paid like a 50% deposit or something like that. And they changed their mind. I guess it was just too big for the house that they were in. They didn't take into consideration a few things. And so they decided to forfeit that deposit and have a different couch built. So, yeah, but it's freaking huge. It could fit, like if I was sitting side by side with myself, I don't know, maybe like 15 of me. If I was just sitting side by side, it's huge. All right. So, 2 of coins. 2 of coins. Difficulty in launching new projects, new troubles, and embarrassment. So that's part of why they're struggling to come forward. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that you've been watching all of these readings and have been knowing the scoop on what they're going through. You know, why be embarrassed about your life? That's your life. Stop being embarrassed. Stop making things harder for yourself just because you're embarrassed, right? Rainbow Flame says, totally off topic. I just remembered if you have a Sprouts near you, Siete is on sale because of Cinco de Mayo. I can't eat Siete anymore. Because for a while, I was literally eating a bag per sitting, like the full size bag, like maybe 2 to 3 times a day for like a couple weeks. And then finally, my body was like, bitch, we gonna kill you if you use any more of this Siete shit. And so if I eat Siete, I literally look pregnant. My stomach will swell so bad and it'll be so painful. But for all of you who are not reactive to Siete, it's fucking amazing. I'm just saying. They have the best, the best chips that are grain free. I think it's the cassava. It's just some bullshit, is what it is. I think it's a cassava. There's something in it that I'm reactive to, and my belly will swell so bad, but it's so fucking good. It's so good. So my belly's still swollen. I had it like a week ago. My belly is still swollen from last week when I decided to eat about 3/4 of the bag. I'm a masochist. What? I like the pain. Kind of. It's just so good. I couldn't not have it. Okay, I gotta go. I must go now. Oh, yes. Oh my god, they're Mexican wedding cookies. Oh, shit. Ocean lover, don't say things like that. Oh, 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 there's this brand. It's called Susie's, right? Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta show you. It's like fucking crack. It is like crack. Well, I've never had crack before, but here, this is it. Mhm. What? It's only $2.99. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, and oh my god, they're donuts. They're frozen donuts. Holy shit. Okay, here, look at this. I'm gonna buy it from Marty's because I think it's like $6 at Whole Foods. Anyways, Susie's birthday cake cookies, and their donuts are good as well. So there's a cookies, there's a donuts, here's a cookie. Just saying. Oh, what is this? Oatmeal raisin? Bitch. What's your ingredients list? Oh, I can't. All right. Let me see. Let me see. How are they gonna have oatmeal raisin? They don't have oatmeal in it. Wait, wait. Hold the phone. What the fuck? Oh, it's note meal. I'm gonna have some. Oatmeal raisin is like one of my most favorite cookies, but I'm so highly reactive to oatmeal, that fucking bitch. Oatmeal fucked me up. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go to the store. How far away is this? I gotta find this in a store. I gotta find a store first. I gotta find this. Okay, guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Yeah, oatmeal is wicked as fuck with me. You know, people say, like, oh, if you want long term energy in the morning, have oatmeal for breakfast. Yo, if I have oatmeal, my sugar will crash halfway through the bowl and I will feel like I'm going to pass out. Like, no joke. It kicks hypoglycemia in like crazy. Oh, yes, advertise. Okay, let's do this. You guys, hold on. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Okay. Please, please enter my raffle. My raffle will help me to woo Lindsay away from her job so that she can do this with me full time. Can I just say, Lindsay, synergistic, the things she's doing with my social media right now, make me want to squeal, baby boo. So, solarsynergistics.com/raffle. Okay. This will enter you into a raffle to win a 2-hour meditative experience with me. If you would like to experience that and take your chance to win, it's only $1 per entry. Um, with that 2-hour meditative experience, we're going to do a meditation. You're going to get the opportunity to receive a custom created meditation track that is based on your frequency. Okay. In addition to that, we will do all of the energetic work that your higher self asks me to do. Like, literally, whatever your higher self asks me to do, we will do it. And you'll have time for, excuse me, if you want to do a past life reading, if you want to do a ClairTarot reading, whatever it is, just 2 hours of amazingness with me, private time, me and you. If we hit um, the $15,000 mark, I will pick multiple winners, at least 2 winners. Okay. I did push the date back because of everything that's going on behind the scenes for me. I haven't had the appropriate amount of time to kind of promote that. And, there's no real rush. So I figured I'd push it back so that we can have a lot of people join in. Another thing is that if you would like to get some guidance, this is not for a free reading. This is the Dear Emmy series. If you want to write in with whatever it is that you're going through, I will read it on air and I'll give my opinion. And maybe it can give you and anyone else going through the same type of situation as you the guidance that you need, the clarity that you need. Okay. So it's soulworksynergistics.com slash dear backslash dear Emmy dear dash Emmy. Sorry. If you would like to book a private session with me, you go to soulworksynergistics.com backslash Emmy dash services. I'm actually running a coupon right now on my website. All private sessions, I believe, are 30% off. You'll see the pop up letting you know. This discount is taken off automatically. You don't need a discount code or anything like that. Um, if you would like to learn the energetic work that I do teach classes. In addition to teaching the classes, I'm running a certification program. In addition to that, there are quite a few perks being one of my students. That being, you get a pretty hefty discount being a student. Okay. So that's a nice little perk that you guys can have. Let's see. If you'd like to help us build the Soul Sanctuary, which is a in-person or physical campus, it's an eco village that we're trying to build. I have 35 acres of land that is being gifted to Soulwork Synergistics, my nonprofit. And with that, we're trying to build an eco village. And again, as I said, this eco village is loosely structured like a Lemurian community where we will be working together, just a whole bunch of different plans. I mean, it's an amazing thing. And we're going to try our best to live off the land. Okay. Eco Village is a sustainable village. It's not something that is going to be, huge carbon footprint and wasting energy and water and whatnot. Like, I would love to be able to implement a whole bunch of different sustainable eco village type dwellings, rammed earth. Ooh, I love that. Earth ships. Ooh, I love that. Maybe yurts. Who knows? Container cars. We'll see. We will definitely see. And that all depends on the budget for that sanctuary. All of this is being constructed based on your donations. Okay. And these are donations. I run a nonprofit organization. It's a faith-based organization, a church. Because of my standing or Soulwork Synergistics official status, any donations, that is a tax deduction for you. Okay. It is a tax deduction. You're not just giving. If you have a company or you work for a company that is looking for individuals, organizations to support, please do consider Soulwork Synergistics. This is something that is so very near and dear to my heart. And as the days and weeks go by, I'm learning more and more why it is so important that I allow myself to sit here in a very vulnerable space and ask for help. If this is going to change the trajectory of the human evolution, it has to involve all of you. It cannot just be me quietly trying to earn the funds and doing this. That comes from a place of insecurity for me where I don't know if I can trust people to help me and not hold it over me. I have to exit that. And the only way for me to exit that is by creating opportunities for all of you to be able to help, to contribute, either through volunteering or through donations. If you have items that you no longer want, say you have a crystal collection, you have artwork, things that you want to donate so that we can auction it to raise the funds, we can also do that. People who join the Soul Sanctuary.love, that is a private ministry area. We have exclusive chats. I have exclusive meditations, energy work, all sorts of different things there. That is not a membership. That is a recurring contribution to the ministry. because it is a recurring contribution to the Soulwork Synergistic Ministry, that's also a tax deduction. I'm just saying, y'all, we learning how to make sure we are operating within the confines of the system, but also to benefit you the most. Okay? Your support and your presence absolutely means the world to me. It means the absolute world to me. Even before the Soulwork Synergistics happened, before that was created, your presence and your support has been just a total lifeline during a period that had been so difficult for me. It's been about 3 years. 3 years. It took me a while, but you guys really helped me to begin the process of coming out of that period. Okay? So I just want to show my gratitude by finally putting into action the things that I've talked about for so long. This is not a new project. This is something I've spoken about since I became publicly visible. Since 2016, I have been talking about this. And now it's time to stop talking and time to start doing, start creating, start giving opportunities for people who want to help. You guys are not obligated to. So I appreciate when you choose to. It's very deeply felt by me when you choose to help, when you contribute, when you support, when you promote, all of these things. It literally means the world to me. So guys, I got to get going. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye, everyone.